Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us here today. I want to thank our partners, Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, and United Southern Bank. Our podcast available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and more. So check us out and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Today, I'm going to be joined by Ari and Jelani Bentley, who play football, wrestling, and weightlifting for Tavares High School. We got Dallas Rasmussen, who plays baseball for Tavares, and Christienne Saducas, a volleyball player for Tavares as well. But we're starting the day off with Dallas Rasmussen. Dallas, what a season that you had. You're coming off of a 10-15 season, very successful season for you on the mound, whether it was batting as well. You had a very good season. Let's talk a little bit about your season and how things went.
I believe I played really well junior year compared to my sophomore year. Everything improved, I believe, stat-wise and just on the field. And then our team chemistry, how we played was a lot better. We didn't feel like we were the underdog in every single game.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of your statistics. 26 hits this year, 18 runs scored, and you end the season batting .356. So your batting average skyrocketed toward the end of the year as well, ending on a .356. Talk about some of the things that you worked on in the offseason to really improve coming into this season.
Yeah, there's a lot I worked in the off season, in the weight room, in the batting cage. I just mentally too, just a whole different approach in the box. It helped a lot.
Yeah, I feel like baseball is obviously a mental sport. You're a pitcher. You're also working on your batting. Between the two, what have you worked on more towards as far as that goes? Your pitching, your batting, as you head into the summer season here.
I definitely work on hitting a lot more in the pitching, just because you can't really work on pitching every single day like hitting you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I also wanted to talk about your motivation and what motivates you out there when you go out and play for Tavares. You obviously have the shirt on, and last couple of years you've been with Tavares. What motivates you?
I'd say team motivates me. I don't want to lose the game for my team, our coaches, my family, everyone who believes in me. I just don't want to let them down.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive energy at Tavares right now. A lot of things. We'll be talking to some of the Bentley boys who are part of the football team. That going really good right now. Got a lot of positive things going on. As far as you go, how did you get into the sport of baseball? Have you played baseball most of your life?
Yeah, I started baseball when I was around like 3. My dad got me into it and just started from there.
What was it about baseball that was attractive to you? Because you could have played like any sport, right? But it was baseball that was most attractive to you.
I started actually with football, baseball, and wrestling. And then as the years went on, I just chose baseball because it's funnest to me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's been fun to watch you play as well here at Tavares, and some really exciting things that you have going on. Let's talk about your summer season now. You actually play travel ball as well. You're playing for the Florida Storm. Can you talk about that and sort of what you're expecting for this summer?
So last summer, we had a pretty good season. After the second tournament, I believe we won 3 in a row. And then our whole team was just really good players. And then this year, we're coming back, new players, new coaches. We're going to see how it goes.
You got some awards last year, too. What awards did you win for the Florida Storm, I believe?
I won 2 MVP pitching awards and a lot of all-tournament teams, too.
Mm-hmm. The difference between high school and travel ball, sometimes a lot of kids tell me that travel ball, sometimes the competition's a little bit higher as far as travel ball goes. I guess it sort of differs as far as where you're at. What's the difference in competition from a travel ball to like playing in high school?
I'd say it's kind of the same, but instead of playing one game a day against one team that could be either good or bad, it's kind of like you play a bad team and then you usually play a good team the rest of the tournament. So,
what's your favorite thing about baseball?
Pitching, I would say.
Yeah,
pitching's just my favorite.
Yeah, lately he likes getting out on the mound and controlling things. And talking about your pitching, you had 46 innings pitched, 3.0 ERA, did really well on the mound this season. Talk about your pitching and sort of the entire year that you had as well. I think you finished 10-15 this season as a team. Did the best you could out there on the mound, especially this year for Tavares.
Yeah, I believe this year on the mound, I was a lot more dominant compared to last year, and I started games a lot more rather than last year. I was a closer, just came in to help.
Yeah. Yeah, and seeing what Tavares is able to do, you have a lot to build on in the coming months and the coming year as well. We're going to take a short break here on the Sports Hub. We're going to come back. We'll talk to more Tavares athletes here in just a little bit.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey everybody, we are back here on the Sports Hub podcast talking with Tavares high school athletes here. Right now we are talking with Christienne Saducas, and I want to welcome you to the program. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you are coming off of a great sophomore season. Christienne, you were the #1 ranked player in Class 5A for assists, 426 assists last year. So you were a selfless player out there on the court. 426 assists. I mean, there wasn't anybody even close to you as far as that goes. Can you talk about last year and what makes you such a selfless player out there?
Well, I became like a setter last minute. There was nobody able to like step up to the plate and like take the role because we were missing a setter, and I'm not a setter for club. So it was my first time doing it, so I tried my best to like put up the sets for my hitters and try to like run an offense smoothly and have my hitters put the ball away and get the point.
What was that like learning a brand new position? I mean, I guess you've never played that position before, but you excelled in it.
Well, it took a lot of practice, and it took a lot of advice from my coaches and my players, and listening to my hitters and listening to like what sets they like, and just if they want a higher or lower or more out or more inside the net.
Yeah, well, you certainly did a very good job last year. The girls you guys were able to end up in the regionals of the FHSAA tournament the second year in a row. So that's a pretty big success for you. And looking forward to this season, what can we expect out of Tavares this season?
Well, we're definitely aiming for districts and regionals this year. We want to get that district championship for sure. So we're going to put in the work and just aim for that trophy.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good goal to aim for, because Tavares, as we talked about, the baseball team showing some promise this season. You got the football team that went 5-5 last year. So a lot of great things going on for Tavares. How long have you been playing volleyball?
Since I was in 3rd grade.
Since you were in 3rd grade. So you have obviously a lot of experience out there. And then you also talk about your teammates, Samantha Beatty and Carly Butts, coming back for the 2024 season. Can you talk about those players and how they elevate the team?
Yeah, they are the leaders of the team. They're the captains, and they bring everyone up. And they know the game really well. They've been playing as pretty long too, and they're a very strong aspect of our team. They're the outside hitters, and they put the ball away pretty often too, so they're really good.
Right now, you're in the middle of summer camp pretty much for volleyball. How is that going along, and how's the team coming together?
It's going good. It's a good practice, especially since club is about to end, and we're about to go to nationals in 2 weeks. So it's a good extra practice for us, and also high school season is going to be coming very shortly, so a lot of reps in, and we get to scout for people who are, might be joining our team next year.
Yeah,
so it's really fun.
It's exciting too. You talk about nationals. Is that for club that you're doing that, or so are you on a travel team right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, who do you play for?
I'm for American Athletic Club.
There you go. So how's that going this summer?
It's going good. Our team is really good this year. We have made a bunch of new changes to our team. Some of the girls that we play with, we haven't played with ever before. Mm-hmm. And our team is also really young, and we play and age up all the time. So it's it's very good challenge for us, especially for the younger girls, and we're doing pretty good this year.
Yeah, you're doing great, and looking forward to a big fall season here for Tavares High School. We're really excited for you to get that going off. I asked Dallas this about his favorite thing about playing baseball. What is your favorite thing about playing volleyball?
I think it's the people. I think people, like the team, really like brings everyone up, and if you're playing with really good people, it's just really enjoyable to play your sport.
Which is always nice, and especially your coach that coaches at Tavares High School. It's always important to have a tight-knit group, right? How important is it, as far as you go, to have that sort of camaraderie within the team? Because you girls have been playing together for quite some time now.
Well, if we have a good camaraderie, we would be able to, play better. You need to have good energy on the court all the time, because energy means a lot. Like, people sometimes don't even realize it, but when you don't have good energy on the court, you're most likely going to play bad.
Yeah, in the sport of volleyball, it's definitely good to have the energy. You can feel it down there sometimes. It's so important to have that type of energy. What's some of your favorite memories that you've had so far?
Well, our club team, we've traveled to Georgia and Dallas, and it was very fun. And again, we have a good energy on the team. So just traveling with everyone is just a lot of fun. And we got a lot of time to ourselves after the game. So we got to hang out with each other all the time and just explore the cities.
That's always fun. What's a favorite place of yours that you've been?
Probably Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. What was it about Dallas that was really attractive?
Well, it was just the place that we were at, the big city, and it was definitely very new compared to the places that we have been, like Georgia, and Dallas was just a good place to just.
A little change from Lake County, I would imagine. Yeah, sure. A little bit different than here in Lake County. But as far as you go, you had 212 serves as well. You're a really good server, 16% ace percentage and a 90% serving percentage. So talk about how important it is to get that serve just right, because you serve it 9 times out of 10. You're going to be hitting the floor, and you're going to have a chance for a 16% ace percentage as well. You're really good behind the net. Talk about that, and have you had to work on that and get better at that? And where are you at as far as that goes?
Well, serving is I feel like it's a mental thing, because you have full control over your serve. You get to place wherever you want it, and that's how the rally the whole rally starts. So you have to practice a lot, because if you can't serve, you can't start a rally, So I put a lot of work in, definitely on consistency, because you would want to get the point and you would want to start a rally, So it takes a lot of work, honestly.
What's your favorite thing? Do you like serving? Do you like digging? Do you like spiking the ball, getting kill shots?
Definitely not hitting, because I can't hit the ball. But I really like digging. That's the thing I do. I'm a libero for my club. So I'm mostly in the defense, just trying to keep the ball up.
Which is great, and you've certainly had an impact. Again, this is the #1 player in Class 5A as far as assists go, and you set your team up for success, and that's always important, is setting yourself up for success, because just because you're a libero, maybe you don't get the glory all the time of the kill shot, but it's so important to have you in that center of the court to set your girls up for success. Talk about how that sort of translates and what that's like being a libero.
Well, being a libero is just really about reading your hitters and just trying your best to keep the ball up and try to help your team put the ball away. Well, you also have to hustle a lot, because you're trying to get the ball up and not let it touch the floor. So it is a lot of work. I feel like people don't really realize it, because liberos are kind of not that really shown upon or something like that. So, but liberos is just you have to really know how to read the ball And like,
libero, it almost reminds me of like the safety or cornerback in football. Is they might not get all the glory, but when they break up a pass or they're there, they're so important on the defense and very important part of the entire team, which you definitely are. So you coming into your junior year now, what is your advice to younger players? Because you've been there, right? You were a young player at one point, and now you're getting to the point where you got some really nice seniors coming back. You're going to be a junior. You're getting to be an upperclassman. What's your advice to the younger girls?
Well, I say to work hard and don't compare your process to other people. Some people might be, making more process than you because, they just have been playing longer, and, you can't be underestimated by that. You just have to use that as motivation to get better as well, and just put in more work than them and just, get better.
Wise words from Christienne Saducas. I want to thank you for coming on to the program. We got to learn a little bit more about you. Coming into the 2024 season, I got to ask you one more question. What can we expect out of Tavares?
Well, definitely expect a good team. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be really good. We're gonna be practicing a lot. We're gonna have new girls coming in, and we're definitely going to be aiming for that district championship for this year.
Yeah, look out for Tavares this year. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking to the Bentley twins that play at Tavares High School. Next on the Sports Hub. Nobody wants an aging family member who is unable to care for themselves to be home alone. Lake Center Home Care believes the best healing happens when you are most comfortable. The company provides exceptional personal care in the comfort and privacy of your own home. Whether you need skilled nursing, physical therapy, home health aides, or companion services, your loved ones will enjoy peace of mind knowing you're being taken care of and treated with respect and dignity. Lake Center Home Care is locally owned and managed with a team of highly qualified professionals who are passionate about taking care of their neighbors. Call 352-315-0050 or visit golchc.com to learn more about this amazing company. Hey everybody, we are back on the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. Want to welcome the Bentley twins here. We got Ari and Jelani Bentley on the program today. They are twins, if you didn't notice. I want to welcome you both to the program.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, thanks for having us.
What's going on, boys? Looking forward to a great season for you guys. You guys are freshmen. Obviously, you guys are twins, so you got an interesting dynamic when you guys play out there. Can you talk about, and anybody can pitch in, what it's like to play as twins? Because I never had that luxury, obviously, playing with a twin. What is that like?
Oh, it's a unique experience because I know, I feel like brothers, just being brothers, and twins are different because I feel like twins just have a stronger bond because you're together most of your days and hardly separated. Well, some people are, but we aren't. And on the field, we have this type of connection where we kind of know what we're thinking. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ari, what is that like to have that sort of connection? Because there's a bond, I think, between twins that might just be a little bit closer than if you were a couple of years apart, right?
Yeah. So since we're always together, when we make mistakes, so we're more harder on each other than if we're on our teammates because we know that we can fix it and we wouldn't hurt each other's feelings. So. Since we love each other, so we're always just harder on each other than we are on our other teammates.
A little bit of brotherly love goes a long way, I think. You guys are not just football players. You also wrestle for Tavares High School, and then you also are weightlifters on the team as well. In fact, Jelani, you were actually ranked last year in the wrestling for the FHSAA. Can you talk about last year and where you were ranked? Because that was great to see a Tavares wrestler ranked in the state of Florida.
Yeah, it was. I enjoy wrestling a lot because me and Ari, we usually wrestle at home. And last year was our first year wrestling, and there was a tough opponents, but I was able to push through a lot of them and beat them, and then, but it ended I was able to go to state because I was beat but
stuff happens.
Yeah,
stuff happens, and but you have plenty to build on as well. I mean, you're a young guy, you're a freshman, getting into wrestling. What is that like to learn a new sport? I mean, this was your first year of wrestling, right?
Yeah. When we try new things, we're not as hard on ourselves since it's our first time doing it. But we always try our best to beat everybody because we're beating seniors when we're wrestling, and it's our first time. We just like throwing people around, and it's fun. That's why we're good at it. We're usually good at things that are fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, you're not only good at wrestling, you're also good at football. Coming off of a strong freshman season for you both, and you guys play linebacker, you play H-back, a couple of different positions, of course, for Tavares. You're looking forward to a great year. You went 5-5 last year. That's coming off of an 0-10 season, so a 5-5. That's a step in the right direction. I think Tavares is looking pretty good this season. How's the off season going for y'all?
For the off season, I feel like we're going to improve even more from last year. It's going to help us because the coaches, they're helping us with like everything that we need to do, like the calisthenics, the speed, the explosion, the strength. We have a new coach, Coach Beck. He's our O-line coach. He's great. He's really good at what he does, and he's a really good person. I like his personality.
What's it like playing for Coach Jones as well? Coach Jones, obviously an old school type coach. Got a couple smiles going here. What is it like, playing under Coach Jones?
So Coach Jones, he's a great guy. He's hard on us, but it's for a good cause. He's just like pushing us because he knows what we can do, and like he wants the best for us. So he's always just pushing us to do our best and changing the program from 0-10 to 5-5 to even greater. Like we don't want an even record. We want a great record, like 9-0 if we can. So we're pushing us to be great.
For sure, that would be great. I mean, a couple of years ago, Tavares had, I believe, 9 wins in a season. So a couple of years removed from that, but you are going to be part of in my opinion, a great team this season. I mean, you've got Tyler Davis, the running back, coming back. He's really exciting. You got a couple of defensive players. I believe Isaiah is on the team as well. Really exciting guy. He's got offers from all over the country. So really exciting coming into the season and playing for Tavares. What's it been like to play in the Tavares system the last couple of years?
Because when I played, in high school, in TYFL, which is like Pop Warner,
that's the Tavares Youth Football League.
Tavares Youth Football League. Because when I played, we played for about 3 years. We were 12 years old. We played on the 14U because we were bigger in size, so we're able to play with the bigger guys.
Yeah, you definitely got, you guys are big.
Sure. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And coming up to high school, we've had to set a higher standard. And instead, coming off of the 0-10 season, I feel like the mindsets of Tavares, they were just like happy to be on the field. But now we have standards to set, and we just want to be greater. We have to expect victory.
Exactly. Expect victory, and especially with you two as well, being the fact that you are twins out there and you have that dynamic. It's a very unique situation. How is that out there, especially when you guys either go up against each other? I'm not sure if you do so often, but what is that like to go up against each other and face off against each other on the defense or whether it's offense?
When we go against each other, we're like even in power. So, it's just like a standoff. But, we always try to push each other. But yeah, it's always fun to go against each other.
Yeah, it's always fun to see twins, because you're not just the only set of twins here that we have. We have Jake Seppi and his brother. They play for Mount Dora, and then you have a set of twins on Mount Dora Christian Academy. So it's not as uncommon as you would think, but here at Tavares, are you the only set of twins on the team right now?
Yes, on the team, yes.
Yeah, on the team for
yes.
sure. Looking forward to the season. Well, what is your favorite thing about playing for Tavares High School, and what is your favorite thing about playing football in general?
So, what I love about football is that it teaches you a lot of life lessons, not just about football, but, about life, and that there's going to be a lot of setbacks in football, but you got to keep your head high because, if you keep on thinking about the past plays that you messed up or past games that you've lost, then you won't get any better. So you always got to step up and leave those setbacks behind and become better.
What's the most important thing for you?
Well, I feel like it's teamwork, because if you're not doing so well, you can rely on all your teammates, and that can really boost you up as a player and as a person.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what the coaching staff's doing for Tavares. That's what they've really committed themselves to, especially after that 0-10 season. You come back last year 5-5, really exciting stuff you got going on. How do you stay motivated during the season as well? I mean, motivation's a huge factor. Do you two motivate each other on and off the field, I would imagine?
Oh yeah, definitely. Our coaches, they motivate us. Like they try and motivate as much as they can, but it's also yourself. You have to motivate yourself, and you have to, if you can, find something that motivates you, like your supporters and even your team.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned personally about playing football, and whether it's wrestling, because you guys are tri-sport athletes, what is the biggest thing you've learned about juggling all of those sports?
You know, when you're an athlete, you can do all those things, and about doing all those, what I've learned is that you can't do it alone. So you need other people to be with you, and your mindset. If you ever go off on someone, that you could have someone by your side to always set you straight. And so you always have to have somebody with you, and you can't do it alone.
Who are some of your role models that you look up to?
Well, one of my biggest role models is my parents, because they're always with me. They support me no matter what I choose to do, but I choose to do football and wrestling and weightlifting and maybe more. Because we're deciding to do track this year, because we did it in middle school, but this year we decided to do baseball because we just wanted to try it out.
Yeah, I feel like you guys would do really well in any sport. I mean, you guys look like you have a really good head on your shoulders, and Tavares obviously a really good place to play sports there. Some advice that you would have for younger players, because you're obviously coming through the system, and you guys get coming into your sophomore season. What's your advice to younger guys?
Well, I'll say is just don't give up, because since you're starting off young, you're not going to be as good as what you will be in the future. So, you have to be consistent in what you do and perfect your craft. You can't just stop because you see everybody else doing way better than you or whatever. You just got to keep on pushing, because one day you'll see yourself in their shoes and even better. So you got to keep
What's
pushing.
the most memorable moment you've had on the football field so far?
It's probably, I feel like it's the close games when you are able to push through and win it. Like when the first game last season, we were able to push through and defeat.
I believe it was Windermere.
Windermere, we didn't. That was the preseason game, but it was
classic.
That was a classic. That kickoff classic. It was Atlantic High School. We were able to push through, beat them 21-22, I believe. But I love that game because it was our first win out of the 0-10 season. It felt great.
Yeah, it felt great, not just for you guys, but for the community. Well, what's it like playing for a great community like Tavares High School?
So, playing for your, hometown. So, all these supporters, coming off an 0-10 season, after they see you win a few games, then they want to come back and support, even though they're always supporting you, but, then they're coming back and feeling that strong bond again, because, after that terrific season, 0-10, they didn't really see much, but we showed them with the 5-5 that we're still great and we can come back better.
Oh, you're gonna definitely come back better in 2024. I can assure you. What one final question I have for you guys is, what can we expect from Tavares football in 2024?
Greatness. It's great. Victory. We just have to have that mindset, everyone, and we'll be there.
Yeah, talking to Tyler Davis, a lot of the guys that we've talked to of Tavares High School, they're really excited about this upcoming year, and I bet the community is really excited as well. A lot of excitement out there. I want to thank you both for coming on. I want to thank everybody for coming on to the program today here for Tavares High School. I want to thank our partner, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I want to thank Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, United Southern Bank. Our podcast available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and more, so check us out. We'd really appreciate it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Sports Hub podcast. We'll see you on the next edition.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.